We're back in British Columbia again. This is episode 3 or 4. We're heading up to the likely gold mine today. And man, if things go well, like there's been a lot of like little things going on this, that over the last couple of months. We had some water issues we dealt with. We went and bought a bunch of equipment. There's Willie right there. He's our driver today. But there's a chance, a slight chance, that we might be panning for gold on this trip. Stay with me. We're going on a drive. All right, well, this whole exploration is turning into, let's keep Ken out of the driver's seat. So Willie's the driver. We got ourselves a little Jeep. We're gonna do a 5-hour drive up to Likely. What we found is over the last couple trips, we've done a bit of everything. We flew into Vancouver and then we got on a little regional local plane and it took forever. We had to wait for 5 hours and then we got on this plane. Last time we went up, we met Joe and we flew into Vancouver and then we got on a private plane, which was a really neat thing. You got your seatbelt on there?
I thought it was you.
No, you gotta put your seatbelt on. Driver's not even wearing a seatbelt.
Put yours on. Shut that thing up.
So we did the last trip, and it's still, it was kind of cool to be on that private plane. If you guys didn't see it, then...
2 golf courses straight ahead.
Then just, there's 2 golf courses, Willie said. Then go back and watch that last video, because it was pretty cool. It was really cool, I have to tell you. But this is the second time we've done this now. What we're doing, it's Willie's 3rd time, is we flew into Kelowna, British Columbia, and now we're driving 5 hours, which is the fastest way to get there, I found. The driving 5 hours is okay as long as he's in the driver's seat. So yeah, like I was telling you guys, we put this deal together almost 3 months ago now. And the way we structured the deal to buy the mine was that we would give a big deposit. So we paid $1.3 million, I think it was, for the property. We gave him a $200,000 deposit. And the deal I have with them is that we bought a bunch of equipment, so we're gonna go up there. We're all set up that we could easily mine, we could easily recover 20 to 30 ounces a day with the equipment that we have right now. But we haven't firmed up the deal yet. So what we told him was, because you kind of go into this with a little bit of trust. You do as much as due diligence as you can, but nothing is real until gold comes out of the ground, right? So we've been repairing all the equipment he had on site. We bought a bunch of new equipment. We bought a big excavator. We bought a new loader. All this stuff is there now. And we ran into another issue, which was water. So obviously in this placer mining, they use a lot of water. What they do is they put the pay dirt, which is the dirt that has gold in it, into the wash machine, and then they run water through it, which separates all the gold, shakes it down into a lower level, and it gets caught in this thing called a sluice box. And then you take the sluice box, clean it out, and you find your gold. Well, and we were told a little bit of this up front, but I don't think we were told as much as we should have been, which I'm not worried about right now, because I still believe there's tons of gold there. But it seems that they get most of the water they need from snow. Because in this part of British Columbia, it snows like a banshee most of the time. Well, this year they had record low amounts of snow. So we have this issue that we're dealing with now around water. And we don't know for sure, but we might need more water. Because if you don't have enough water, it's going to limit how much gold you can get per day. You need a lot of water. So we're going to look at a couple different ways that we can get the water we need to do this and make it all work, and it's going to be really cool. Anyway, let me just show you where we are right now. Let me just flip this around. We're in Kelowna, British Columbia. Beautiful British Columbia. If you get a chance to come out and hang out here sometime, do it. We might have some trips to the likely gold mine later on, who knows, but it's just so beautiful in BC, and I'm grateful for most things that I'm involved in my life, and for this I'm grateful just to be reunited with the province I was born in and seeing this beautiful country again. So anyway, we got 5 hours ahead of us. I'll probably check in with you in a couple hours, and we'll see you soon. All right, friends, we just made it to, I'm going to call this site number 1. So what we bought here is 1,800 acres of claims, and most of it has never been touched. This is the active site. Let me just turn the camera around so you guys can see it. Give you a little look as we go around here so you can see. There's the wash plant. just have a look up here. So this wash plant already exists. And it looks to me like what's going to happen is there's going to be an excavator here, and they're going to be dumping the dirt. And this goes into the wash plant, into the top. And we'll have you look up there. So that's going to shake and move back and forth and get all the really coarse stuff pushed right off the end. And this is what we call a tailings pond down here. Then all the fine gold and fine material is going to go onto this grate on the bottom. And that mat there is going to catch the gold. At the end of every day, we lift up the mat, take it inside the cleaning house over there, and clean the gold out. That's the way it works. Now, what do you see here? You see some new toys. So as I've been talking to you guys over the last, let me just turn this back around. As I've been talking to you guys over the last 2 months as we've been out here, I've been talking to you about the equipment we bought. So we've got a bunch of new equipment on site. So I'll flip her around here again and show you. So this guy, she's an old baby. She's an old excavator, and this is part of what we bought. This is the new excavator we bought with a great big bucket on it. This piece of kit was $85,000. And then that's our new loader that we just bought for $50,000, complete with brand new tires. Then we got an old dump truck and a smaller loader behind that, and a little bulldozer for moving stuff around. And that, my friends, is all the equipment we need to start mining out here, and it's going to be awesome. So what we're doing for the rest of the day is we're going to go have a meeting with the guy we're buying the mine from, because he's working with us right now. And then maybe, just maybe, the next time we meet, we might be actually doing some gold mining. All right, here we are. It's Wednesday morning. It's 7 a.m. We're in the truck.
Morning.
We're heading over to Miner Jim's place. This is our last day here on this recce, this trip. We've done a lot. Willie did some road work yesterday that you guys saw in the big excavator, and we went into town and got some bank accounts set up. And today we are going on a water recce. We're going to go on a long hike, believe it or not. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's beautiful here. Check that out. See if you guys can see a little bit of the
5 o'clock in the morning?
7 o'clock. I'm still freaking tired. 7 o'clock in the morning here, and we're going to go pick up. We're going over to Jim's place, and he's going to lead us on a water recce. Now, what I mean by that is, as you guys know from our travels together, and you've probably done your own research now, one of the most important parts there's a couple important parts to mining, to this placer mining. Number one, you got to have gold. And we know there's lots of gold in the area because Jim's been mining it for 20 plus years. And we're going to get new studies done, but we've got studies already that show it's there. The second part that is probably as important is water. Because this whole process in the wash bins or the wash bays that they have on site is using water to separate the dirt and the earth from the actual gold. The gold is heavier, and as water is forced through it, the gold falls to the bottom and gets stuck in the riffles, blah. So we need a significant water supply, and Jim has appropriate licenses to pull water out of a nearby creek. But over the winter, this is something that he does every spring, over the winter, trees fall on the creek and water's interrupted. And so we're going to do about a 5-mile hike today and just make sure the water line is clear. So I'll take you on that journey. I'll open up the camera and show you some things that I learned along the way. Hey, the other thing I want to tell everybody, though, if I'm going to put a link to basically my new gold mining teacher. And his name is Freddie Marks. Freddie Marks, is that his name?
Kind of, sort
of. Freddie and Juan are probably two of the best gold miners out there, and they have a YouTube channel where they run around North America and help people get mines working properly. And I'm telling you what, I've subscribed to their channel, I pay for their subscription, and I've literally been through about 30 or 40 videos, and it's been a big center of the learning I've been doing about this. So if this has piqued your curiosity and you want to learn more, I'd tell you to check out Freddie. I think his channel is called Gold Mine Rescue. But anyway, we're going to head into Jim's place here in a second. Take you on a little journey with us. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see where we're at. There we go. We're heading down the road. I think up here, slow down. Is that the bullion pit right there? No, I think it's a bit further. I'm going to show you where the bullion pit is, just so everybody can see it. And I think we got a second, so we might actually go in there. So let's just keep cruising together.
They put the rest area in the bullion pit, so it gives you a chance to rest and take a look at it.
So what we'll do is we'll pull in there for a second. I'm going to just jump out of the car and explain this to everybody so you can see. It's just freaking amazing. Oh, we're heading for the rhubarb here. There you go. So you can see the big sign. Here we are.
Got some new equipment.
There's some really old equipment here on site. And this was one of the reasons. I'm just going to jump out of the car here for a sec. So when we first came out here, I've mentioned this to a lot of my friends and family that are watching this. One of the things we really loved about this property and why we were so excited about it was the connection to an ancient river, because, you know, that's the way gold is. You know, all kinds of really, really ancient riverbeds, and the gold gets stuck in it. Well, what we're looking at right now, let me turn this around again, you can see it. What we're looking at right now is likely one of the largest gold mines, gold discoveries in British Columbia in history. This gold discovery and the subsequent mine here, the bullion pit as they called it, was literally one of the biggest ever. And I'm just going to show you this really quickly here so you can see it. So it says, you can see this is where we are right now. And as this stream tracks, this river tracks, this is where the gold mine is. This is where likely is where we're staying. Where this little circle is right here, right in this area, this is where our gold mine is. Our claims, the 1,800 acres of claims, all in this area here. And so one of the things that's gotten me really intrigued by what we're doing is that connection to where we are now. In addition to that, we have literally probably 6 or 7 major mining operations around us here. So there really is significant potential, and it's this bullion pit that was one of the key factors in us deciding to move forward with this. So if we look down here, I'm just going to go down to the look-off so you can understand it. It might be hard to see, but I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it here. So what we're looking at way down in the distance there, that rock face that you see right there, is all man-made. That's the dugout pit. Now, all kinds of trees and everything going up here, but everything you're looking at there is one big, massive pit. And literally, there were millions of ounces of gold that were pulled out of the bullion pit in the 60 years that it operated. And there probably is more gold down there. But anyway, we're going to head over to Miner Jim's, pick him up, and we'll head out on our hike. I'm the VIP, and behind me, we got Joe and Farmer and Miner Jim. And Jim's the back point. He's got his shotgun. And that's just because you got a VIP dignitary here. So there's a lot of things that are all related to gold mining that you'd never think of, right? If you're like me, I wrote a book called The Greatest Prospector in the World 10 years ago and did a ton of research into gold mining. But I still didn't understand it, I realize now, in all my research. So it's gold mining, I think, like the actual gold part is probably less than 10% of the actual work part. So we got to get our water supply working properly. We got to get all the equipment fixed. You know, we're getting close. We've bought a big excavator, a new loader, 2 or 3 new pumps, a new wash plant, as you guys saw in the last video. We're getting really close. Now we figured we'd get our cardio and steps in today. We got another, I don't know, couple kilometers to get to where we're going. That's good, Willie. You just keep your distance up there. Stay on alert. All right, well, we literally are on our second walk now. So we walked 1.5 miles up to the main pond, and we just confirmed what we found out was everything's still frozen. So we were wondering why the water wasn't flowing. It's because it's still ice. So we came back down to there. Now what we're doing is we're going on a walk. There's Willie. Somehow I got in front of my freaking scout. I don't know how that happened. Then we got down there, and where we're going to right now is another site that we have a new permit for to do a test pit, which is about 100 by 100. And what's interesting about this site, Miner Jim was telling us that about 8 years ago, there was a couple guys that he let come in here and do mining for 3 months. And in 3 months, they pulled about 2,400 ounces of gold out of here. And this is a bench that, where we're going right now is probably one of the biggest reasons I bought this place. We bought this place because this place we're going to right now, according to the ancient geological studies that we have, yeah, it's significant amounts of gold. But I gotta tell you, we're getting our exercise today. We're probably up to about 10,000 steps already. And it's just gorgeous. It's about, I want to say 3 or 4 degrees today. And the sun's coming through the trees. Let me show you. Let me turn this around. There's Willie. Look at that. Look at these big, beautiful trees. Some of these trees, if we take a look right here, I'll go up. That tree is probably 200 years old right there. And these trees you're seeing the height of these things. Like that tree right there is easily 200 feet high. And it's the whole forest is like that. Look at the size of these trees. Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. Which is another reason why we are buying these claims, buying this mine. It's 1,800 acres. That there are studies that say there is gold here, and he's been pulling gold out of here for the last 20 years. And everywhere we look on these 1,800 acres are 200-year-old trees. And what's that tell you? That means nobody's ever mined gold here. It's just waiting for us. Now, for all of my friends, including my wife, who love the trees and love our earth and love what the trees do for the health of our air, when we're mining, we are going to be taking down some trees, but we have to sign reclamation agreements to plant new forests, to reclaim the ground, put it exactly like it was before we mined there, and put twice the amount of trees back that we take down. So we're only really going to be mining minimal amounts areas. We're only going to be taking down minimal amounts of trees, but it's going to be amazing. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to, I don't know if I can go over this with the camera.
Watch your stick on the stick.
Watch my stick. There we go. We got through there. What do you think, Willie?
Just a 60-pound chicken's a big fucking chicken.
Okay, he's actually smarter than what he just alluded to in that comment. All right, so two sides of emotions right now. It's beautiful here. It's the sun's beating your eyes, still a bit of snow on the ground, and this pond. We came down here. We walked this distance to find a place where they did some test mining years ago and got huge amounts of gold out of here. And we knew that there'd be some of the signs of of the mining site they had, like a tailings pond and an open area and all that. And all we found is this pond, and it's clearly man-made. So there's, it's most likely a tailings pond, or maybe they were actually digging here, but it doesn't actually make sense that they were digging here because there'd be more open around it. But either way, this is as far as we're going today. Miner Jim stopped about a mile ago. He's got some bad knees, so he had to wait there. But we're just going to sit here for a couple minutes and enjoy the splendor before we start our 2-mile trek back to the road. All right, we're halfway back, and we had to take a break. We didn't realize that when we were walking down to that site that we were walking downhill. Now we're walking uphill. And I guess this is the fringe benefit check. It's literally 11 o'clock in the morning, and we've already got almost 7 kilometers walked today. All right, I want to give you guys a little bit of an understanding of how deep the mine is in the woods. It takes us about 25 minutes of driving on the rickety old dirt road to get into the mine site. And so I'm going to flip this camera around in a second, and we're going to let you come on this ride with us. You can check out the bumpiness and how way out in the middle of the woods we are. All right, I'm going to put this on 5 times speed just so you can get a feel. All right, we're down on the site. We're on the last day of this trip, but we're gonna start digging. So we got Willie up there. You can see him behind me there. He's just putting some fuel in the big excavator. And this site over here, I know it just looks like a big empty part of land, but that's all pay dirt there. It's already been tested. We know there's gold in it. And so before we take off, we're just gonna get Willie to load the dump truck with the first load of pay dirt for the wash plant for the 2024 mining season. All right, this is it. This is the first load of 2024. Just cleaning up a little bit of the garbage around it.
So we got Ken taking a turn here. I think I'm far enough away I won't get hurt. He's moving some rocks. Yeah. Yeah, Sherry, just so you know, I don't know if I put him on your team or not. I'm shaky on my team, but what do you do? Yeah, he's got her coming in nicely. Told him in about that ball. There we go. Coming out, he's going to come on to that. Oh, we got a camera on it. Mr. Turkey's doing a good job. Okay, let's play a bit of baseball. Let's swing the mess. Got a foul ball coming in. He laid up on him. Let's see what he comes up with there. He's coming in. The pitch is low. And he's got connection. Looking like foul ball. Foul ball. Bring it back. Nope. Nope. He's going to walk it out. He's got her. Nice. I'm not sure if he's batting or outfield. Okay, he stepped up to the plate again. Check that one out. Oh, he's waving into the picture. There he goes. There he goes. Going for the walk. I don't know if you call that a bunt. Nice placement on them tree stumps. I like it. Going for an early release here. There we go. Okay, now we can swing this way, so I'm going to get out of this way. Jury's still out. I believe if Ken Dunn can do it, we can all run one of these things. Nice straight ability. Bang on the money there. Big way of steak flat. Not very low ball.
Okay, this is the day we've all been waiting for. Let me spin this around. I'll tell you what's happening right now. This is the beginning of mining. We've been 3 months putting this together. We've got great equipment. We've got Will Travis on the excavator. That's pay dirt right there. There's gold in that dirt. We're loading it into the rock truck. And then once the rock truck is full, it'll take it over and dump it right beside the wash plant. Each one of those bucketfuls is about a yard of material, about a yard of pay dirt that's coming out of the ground. Now we're starting here right where Jim the miner left off last year. And he was averaging about a gram or an ounce of gold for every 100 yards. So you got to go through a lot of dirt, but we've got all the equipment to do it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Let's watch this happen. Look how smooth Willie is with that machine. That looks like gold. All right, I'm not going to show you any more today. That's it for this show. But you saw there was a little clip. Willie taught me how to use the excavator. I've never done anything like that with my life. Did you notice how like jumpy I was with the machine compared to him? He's an expert, and that's what we're going to do now. Is we're going to put a team of experts in place in heavy equipment, and we're literally going to take, we're hoping for right out of the gate 5 to 10 ounces of gold a day. Wish us luck. We'll see you guys on the next episode of So I Bought a Gold Mine.